Hello, how's everybody? This YouTube video is going to be on the householder. I mean, like, I remember going out in the field service that we had, and I don't know how the title is going to be, but it has something to do with the householder, how we really never really cared about who we were talking to. And the things that we would think about the householder, I mean, I don't even think that we even cared about the householder. Um, because on the time slip, the only thing that we had was like um, a callback. I think we had callbacks. There was books. There was magazines. How many magazines did you sell, or how many magazines did you place? Okay, yeah, place the magazines. How many books you place? How many Bibles? If you started a Bible study, and if you had a return visit, that's what it was. So as far as the householder is concerned, I mean, we didn't even care anything about who we were speaking to. The reason why I say this is because I remember going back to the going from door to door, and the things we would talk about our field service. We never like said anything that was really nice about the people, because the only thing that we really cared about was if we're going to place a book, if we're going to have a Bible study, or if we're going to have a return visit, or if we're place a magazine book. I mean, that's pretty much it. Um, which is kind of sad now that I think. I'm glad I'm going through these boxes, because that's what the whole thing is about. It's about, seeing what actually happened to me, or what I was doing while I was a Jehovah Witness. So that's a very good point. Um, when we would talk about the householder at the ministry school, we would pretty much just talk about overcoming objections. We never said anything about, like, these people are this way, these people are that way. Um, if we loved those people, if we cared about those people, but we talked about objections mostly, and what to do if someone says this or if someone says that. Which brings me to a point to where our major thing, I mean, the major thing that we had on our minds was overcoming objections. And we would say things like, if somebody said something about a cross, we would say, if your son was killed in a by a knife, would you keep that knife with you? And that's what we would say, which doesn't really have anything to do with what we were, the Bible, or what we wanted to accomplish as far as helping someone. So as far as helping someone, I don't think that we had anything really that was worthwhile. I mean, I'm going through my mind right now. There's nothing that I could see that was really worthwhile as far as the going from door to door, as far as helping people or getting sheep, as they would put it. So that's all they were. They were just like books. They were like magazines. They were Bible studies, hopeful Bible studies. And after the after going on service, I mean, there was no talks about, oh, this person was this way or this person was that way. So we pretty much had a wall built around us, and it was just about us. There was another point I wanted to make about, when I was going out in service, and I'm sure a lot of my friends too, we never got like not nervous. We never got embarrassed, because if someone said anything against what we were trying to do, we just wouldn't listen at all. I put in one of my YouTubes one time, I remember, out of a lot of return visits I had, I remember this young guy. I was young, he was young, and he invited me back the next week. And it was down in the basement. His father, everybody was upstairs, but he had his basement made up into like a nice, you know how they make a basements really nice? It was redone. And it was like a living area or something. And we went down there, and he tried to get me to reason and ask me a question, but I remember, I can see myself right now, and it was like, I should have been embarrassed by some of the things that he asked, but there was no way in the world I was going to be embarrassed, because I didn't know anything. But the only thing I knew I cared about was the fact that, is this going to be a Bible study? And at the end, I said, do you want me to come back? And he goes, no. So I didn't go back. But thinking back now, it was like, if I was that same person now, I would be like, boy, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. I couldn't, I didn't know some of the scriptures that he was talking about. I had no idea of anything. And I wasn't embarrassed. And I wasn't embarrassed because I knew, I didn't care. Not that I didn't care like mean, nasty, didn't care. It's just that I came there. If you wanted a Bible study, that was nice. If you didn't want a Bible study, then, just go to the next person. So it was no embarrassment. I wasn't embarrassed for the things I didn't know, because it was just, why wasn't I embarrassed? That's what I'm trying to think. Why was I embarrassed so many times when they told me things that I couldn't understand? It's because I really didn't care. I didn't care. And I'm not talking about it in a bad way. I'm saying I didn't care. Care was not there. After the field service, that was it. I never thought about the people that I had just spoken with. I never gave them more attention than I had to. And it was just, putting things on a time slip, which is kind of sad that I think about it. So, those are the points I want to make here, is that the householder only was a householder. And there's not much I can say more about what a householder or a person that we were speaking to really meant to us. It was just overcoming objections. And sometimes we would overcome objections which didn't have anything to do, our response didn't have anything to do with, does this person need help? And I remember the gist of what I would say when I would go from door to door, and that would be like the new system, or are you tired of the way the world is? And even I can say it now, it has no depth in what I was taught and what I was feeling, because I didn't have any depth in what I was feeling. I was just doing what I was doing because I had always done it. So this is kind of sad because the householder, even now, when I say householder, and I'll put it down on this thing, it didn't mean anything to us. Think about it. Now that I'm an ex-Jehovah Witness, I can see that a householder means a lot. I mean, it's a person. I mean, they have, like I said, everybody is a universe. They have feelings. They care about things. I mean, now if I was in the same position, not as a Jehovah Witness, but trying, even if I tried to sell something or something, I would think more about the person than I did as a Jehovah Witness. So that's one sad point. And another sad point about being the Jehovah Witness I was the fact that I never got embarrassed over what I didn't know. Nobody moved me to none of their words moved me. I knew that no matter what anyone said, it didn't matter. The only thing that mattered was placing a book, placing a magazine, getting a Bible study, or return visit, which is sad. Okay, thank you very much, and I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And I think this was a pretty much sad realization of living the life, going from door to door for pretty much no reason to help out. What would we saying? The sheep? There was no sheep. I mean, how can you have sheep if you don't care about them? You know, if the only thing you care about is if you're going to get a book. Nothing on the sheet was about anything about the person's personality. Think about it. The time slip had nothing to do with you speaking to a human being about salvation. Thank you very much. Have a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy everything. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye.